Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baseball in the Bronx Late Night Recap. Today, we are going to be recapping the first week of spring training. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody to like, comment, and subscribe, follow to our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter. Check out our blog online at baseballinthebronx.com. You're going to want to be a follower because when the season kicks off, we're going to be having some great giveaways. We're going to be possibly giving out Yankee tickets, gift cards to the MLB store. Options are endless. Maybe write your own blog on our website. Who knows? You got to be a follower to do so make sure you follow. Let's get into it. Week one of spring training games is done. It was a pretty great week to have baseball back. The Yankees look pretty good. When evaluating spring training, I think you have to look at pitching rather than batting. You're going to be able to tell how a pitcher's looking, not necessarily how a batter's hitting in spring training. So looking at pitching, obviously strong right now is Carlos Rendon. He looks incredible. Last year was a god-awful season for him, but thankfully he looks completely different. He shaved the mustache. He's ready to go in the Bronx. His first appearance, he pitched 2.2 innings, only allowed one hit, one earned run, 5 strikeouts. Honestly, looks pretty good. Next up, we got Marcus Stroman and Garrett Cole. Not so great starts. Both of them pitched just about 2 innings. Both of them allowed 4 hits, and Stroman allowed 2 earned runs, and Cole allowed 3 earned runs. Stroman had 2 Ks, and Cole had 1 K. Cole, I'm not worried about. He is the reigning Cy Young winner. He had an amazing year last year, and I have no doubts that he's not going to do the same thing this year. Stroman is a little bit of a different story. They paid him a lot of money in the offseason, and he really needs to show up. He has some off-field issues in the past, trouble in the locker room, but the Yankees are really counting on his pitching arm to help them this season. Hitting-wise, obviously, we saw some great power from Rizzo on Friday. He had 2 home runs. One of them was a grand slam. Surprisingly, the other big hitter this offseason is Jorbit Vivas, a second baseman from Venezuela. He is 22 years old, nice and young. The Yankees got him in a trade with the Dodgers. He's had 7 at-bats this spring, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. His 2023 stats actually look pretty good. He had a .269 batting average in Double and Triple A and an on-base percentage of .381. Again, he's a young guy, still on his rookie deal. It's great to have him probably in Double A or Triple A this year with a possible Major League appearance sometime mid to the end season. The other amazing bat of spring training actually leads us to our Yankee of the Week, and that is, of course, Juan Soto. Juan Soto looks unbelievable. Obviously, huge news in the offseason is that the Yankees traded for him. He's going to be our right fielder for hopefully 150 games. This spring, he already has 6 at-bats, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. If you look at what he did last year, he had a .275 batting average, which is actually pretty low for him. 35 home runs and 109 RBIs. He gets on base. He's constantly over 300 for on-base percentage. He looks unbelievable. I mean, his swing looks exactly like Bryce Harper, and those 2 swings, you constantly think that they are going to hit home runs every single at-bat. I'm going to make a prediction right now that the first at-bat, or first game, let's say, in Yankee Stadium in pinstripes, when I believe the 3rd series of the year, the Yankees take on the Blue Jays at home, he will hit a home run, 100% guaranteed. Once he feels the energy in New York, there is no way he doesn't go yard. Moving on, talking about the Juan Soto trade, obviously it was a big deal. Juan Soto came over. The Yankees sent 5 guys over, including Kyle Higashioka and Michael King. Sorry to see those 2 guys go. I actually like Michael King. I thought he was a good bullpen guy. Higashioka never really reached the standards the Yankees wanted him to. The only other person to come over from the Padres is a guy named Trent Grisham. Okay, Trent Grisham, let me fill you in if you don't know who he is. He's a bum, and he is the bum of the week for this broadcast. I honestly don't understand why the Yankees traded for him. I get it. You send over 5 guys just to get one guy in return doesn't really make sense. My guess is the conversations was kind of like that scene in Moneyball where he's just naming players to trade for and the other GM is just saying no, 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 no until they finally agreed on this guy. Trent Grisham, he's had 3 full years in the majors. His best year was in 2021 where he hit .242 with an on-base percentage of .327. The last 2 years, he hit .184 in 2022 and .198 in 2023. That's pretty garbage. And both years, he had over 150 strikeouts. Now, Aaron Boone has been talking during spring training games to the Yes Network, doing his, in-game interviews, saying how he thinks Grisham might be a glue guy, a good addition to the backup as a backup center fielder. What stats are you seeing that you think that this guy could be a glue guy? He stinks. There is no reason this guy should be in the major leagues, and let alone the Yankees are paying him $5.5 million this year. He is on a very short leash. I would hope so. The backup center fielder, I hope that position goes to Jason Dominguez once he gets healthy from his Tommy John surgery. But I honestly don't believe that he is the, as of now, backup center fielder. There's no statistics that prove that he should be in that lineup. He honestly looks like a guaranteed out. He got an okay amount of walks last year, but his on-base percentage was barely over 300, and again, his average is so low. The Yankees have so much offense that he's really the only guy in the lineup who you say, okay, well, that's a guaranteed out, so we're good there. That is why he is our bum of the week. Moving on to some players that aren't doing so hot. I'm going to designate them on the probation list, okay? And on our probation list this week, we have Anthony Volpe. Now, I like Volpe. I want him to be the starting shortstop for the future. He is bright, young guy. He's a hometown guy. He's from right across the river in New Jersey. People love him. They want him to be the next Jeter. His first year last year didn't go great. Batting-wise, he was right around 200. And the issue is he had 17 errors. That is a lot of errors for the best defensive position in baseball. You need to be at shortstop. You need to be good. You need to be good at shortstop. We kicked Gleyber Torres off a shortstop because he made 15 errors every season. We can't have another guy who's making 17 errors. The reason why Anthony Volpe's on the probation list this week is because he already has 1 error in the books this spring, and honestly, it should be 2. I was watching one of the spring training games where it was clearly an error by him, but they just said it was too hard a hit, so it was a hit. He's hitting 300 in spring, had 10 at-bats, 3 hits, so, not too bad. I like that. But, again, he's on the probation list because so many errors last year. He's already got 1 or maybe 2 this spring. You can't keep having that. The only other player on the probation list right now is Austin Wells. Now, I like Austin Wells. He's got a mustache that just looks like a prime 80s Yankee player. He came up last year, hit 4 home runs in the short amount of time that he was up in the majors. He's not really known for his bat. He's more of a defensive catcher. But so far this spring, he's had 8 at-bats and only 1 hit. So I'd like to see him start swinging the bat a little bit better. I thought he actually had some good at-bats the other night on Friday. That wraps up our Week 1 recap of spring training for the Yankees. Make sure you come back next week. We're going to be talking everything from game reviews, what Boone is saying to the media, how the Yankees are looking, and make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, and follow all of our accounts to enter when the season gets started. Like I said, we're going to be having some great giveaways, so make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.